All right, welcome everybody. Hope you are all doing well on this Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and enable the requests so that you guys can start raising your hands to get in here. And I just ask that as we move you in, try to keep it to one, maximum two items that you want to talk about. And then you can always rejoin and we'll circle back if we got time. The goal of this is to be no more than about an hour long. And yeah, we'll rock and roll. So let's get this going. Archie, you are up first.
All right. So I'm kind of stumped because he said we can't ask questions about things being added. But so it's more about the thing you just recently put in about the doors, mainly just as when would that be added? Also, if it what
It would most likely be an implementation for the next reset. So when
next
Celestial,
reset, okay,
yep.
that wipes that question. Um, the other thing was I can't ask it. I'm gonna ask it anyway. You can shut me down if you shut me down. It's more about with systems and divine being added. There's balance concerns because obviously 1v1s don't last long at all. You said about we'd have a discussion about when, like other things. If so, when would that be a discussion that we'd have?
I mean,
And is
balancing.
there any,
I would consider balancing more of a QOL, but what is, I guess, the concern right now with?
it's more of a concern of, so we originally said that energy enchants weren't coming. Now that they have come, I was just wondering if there was sort of a roadmap of what would change in. So, like, for example, is there any ideas on exec enchants being brought back? Uh,
Yep, exec
yeah,
enchants are already in the works. Yep.
and then counters towards system reboots. So, like, I'm not saying skins because I don't want that, but in the similar sense of staff passes.
I would say let's kind of simmer on that for right now. I know one of the things that we're trying to avoid with like this prisons is coming out with something just to immediately create a counter for it.
Yeah, I get that. But the only
So
thing with
yeah,
it is obviously with Systems 3, I don't know how many of them there are, if people have them or if people don't have them. But obviously with the 5 minute cooldown being on that, it's just a kite, 5 minutes, proc it. It's 100% proc chance, no?
it is, but at the same token, that's one of those things where we can balance, like for example, the energy use of it. So energy
Yeah,
use of
okay.
these things can be substantially much higher at these higher levels. So if we feel like it's a
Because
concern, then we can
what
make
is
it
it
where
currently
you're.
at level 3?
Uh, I don't think it's super high right now. I want to
Yeah,
say
because obviously at this point in the map, you could proc that like fuck.
yeah.
So would there be a recent balance to it?
It's
Or
definitely something that we can discuss. I mean, if we feel like again, first there's like two things we have to look at. One, how many systems are realistically on the server that we need to worry about.
yeah,
Number two, is the energy cost too low for it? Is it something that needs to be adjusted? Number three, is it something that needs to be a static amount like we have it now, or do we need to scale it in map age? Like these are three things that we could potentially look at when it comes to that. So what I would do first, probably around that, is if you haven't already, like again, Energy Enchants just came out this weekend.
yeah,
So
yeah, I get that. It
so
was just
let's,
because,
if we want to have conversations about it, let's do that. Let's make a suggestion thread, have those conversations, allow the people that may already have the enchant to give their input, and then obviously other people who don't have the enchant can still pipe in and give their input as well. So
all right, thank you very much.
yeah, no worries, man. Okay. So move to audience and yes, RTZ.
Yo. Uh, a couple of just very tiny things for QL. Better cell logs to equal, like to rival plot logs. Plot logs are very detailed and stuff. Cell logs are absolutely atrocious, and you kind of just can't tell anything.
Okay.
So just getting those updated to be like plot logs. A toggle to auto tinker the pickaxes and shards. The shard update that Landa made was amazing, but you still get 5 pages of your stash filled with pickaxes. So if you could have a toggle for that. Uh, This is
Mhm.
kind of like a suggestion thing, but it's also QOL. There's a lot of Ascended tokens that are getting pulled from like the pay to win. Like I know right now, like on Aether, there's like a ton just being itemed in chat. They're like worth nothing now. So it would be nice QOL if you could like reapply Ascendeds onto your pick to kind of like increase the value or at least re-roll it, so you could get worse, but you could also get better. Because once you have a P10 pick with like Ascendeds, I mean, you can't fix it if you roll a 1% bomber, like GG or pickaxe. So if you could just re-roll it with like another token, that'd be kind of cool. And then my last QO is in Badlands. Once you get to like Diamond Moon and all that kind of stuff, and you have all the like buffs, so like emblems and all that stuff, you fill your inventory with boxes in like 15 minutes. So just kind of like we have a key satchel, I was gonna recommend like a box satchel, but it could be like upgradable so that it'll auto open boxes for you. It's not any faster than manually opening them, but you could like put boxes into it, and then you could like it would manually open them based on your like overclock and breaker and all that on your armor. Like it would factor those in, but just like a backpack for the boxes, so that you can do that while grinding. Because we already have a key satchel, so.
Copy. Got all
And
that potting?
That's all for
Yep.
now.
All right, thank you.
You're
All right. OC, you're up.
Yo.
Well, it's good.
Okay, so two things about that I think about cells. Obviously, when you drop some specific items in cells anywhere, it can even be war zone outside the cell. They can take up to 15 seconds to pick up items, which in PvP areas I don't think should be a thing. And
So just to clarify, you're saying that in PvP enabled areas there should be no pickup priority for dropped items. Is that what I'm hearing?
yeah, well, at least on the 15 seconds
Well,
thing,
yeah,
if you
that's
drop,
the
if you're
15.
gonna drop a pickaxe or something, it takes 15 seconds for another guy to pick it up inside the cellar or something.
Well, yeah, the 15 seconds is pickup prio. So you're saying you don't want 15-second pickup prio in PvP enabled areas when you drop an item. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also being able to transfer cells between people.
Yep. I already knew that one was going to get brought up. Yep. Okay. Cell deeds.
Yeah, that was it.
That's it? All right, cool. Appreciate you, OC. All right. Frood, you're up.
Yup, what's up?
Well, that's good.
A few small questions. One you're gonna hate. Alpha title.
Yep, it's already literally on the thing.
Okay.
Landon is well aware of it. We're trying to have that taken care of ASAP so that we can stop hearing it, because it's valid that it needs to be done, and it's kind of embarrassing that it's still not done. So let's just put it that way.
Okay. The auction house. The Sky auction house is amazing, and the prisons one is missing a lot of those core features, such as being able to see what you recently sold, better history, so you can search what items sold for, things like that. If that can be ported over or remade, I'm not sure how the code works.
Okay, so you want the ability to see what you've sold recently and the ability to see what... Holy crap.
Holy.
Sorry. I'm just saying that's already on the list.
Yeah.
Love it. Amazing. And there are some very loud sounds from meteors and stuff that you can't actually turn down in game. If there's a toggle or some way that we can turn those down or switch them off if we want to. I tried all the volume sliders, none of them turned it down. It was extremely loud.
I can look, but
Like I assumed it might be under note blocks or something, or weather. None of those.
Yeah, we'll log it and see if it's something that we can adjust or easily fix.
Perfect. And one more thing in GZ, when you place items, and there's some other places where you get spammed in messages and you can't turn this off. Same with in-game rations, where it says like you've the inmate rations procced. It's a chat message, so you just spam chat.
Do you have an example of this?
Yeah, if you have the inmate ration and you have the prestige perk where it uses games blocks faster, so we'll say that every time you chat, for every single time. Same for energy.
Yeah.
Just spams your chat.
Yeah, if you got a screenshot of it, do me a favor, make that's more of a bug report. So make a ticket.
It's a bug?
I mean, if it's anything that's spamming your chat is probably something that would be more of a bug fix than a QoL. Yeah. So the idea is never to have something just nonstop spam your chat, even if it's a necessary thing for you to see every like X amount of seconds. Like spamming the chat is just never a good thing. So just
Okay.
make a ticket, give us a screenshot, and we can look into that for sure. So
Okay. And finally, momentum. Landon talked on the stream a while back that he was thinking of a way to put a pick inside a momentum holder so you can take it out and not use the whole 30 minutes every time. Has there been any progress on that?
not to my knowledge. So this is a device that holds momentum.
Instead of slash momentum, putting it on a 30-minute cooldown, 30 minutes, and then you can't use it again for 24 hours. It's you put your pick in this like momentum chest, a GUI of sorts, and then you can take it out and in as you wish without using the full 30 minutes. I think Landon can explain more if you can talk.
Yeah, there was a reason that we stopped and didn't implement it, and I don't remember what that was now off the top of my head. But there was some concern with it that needed to be talked more about, and it just has not happened yet.
Okay, because it was a really cool idea, and I was looking forward to that. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. Appreciate the info. All right, MGA.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Doing well. What's up, my guy?
I have a question about momentum. Can we bring back all the mets giving momentum like before? I think it's. I think it was great, like way to get momentum and gave meteors another purpose instead of just mining for contrast.
Yeah,
and I think everyone likes it. Like
I think the issue is how it worked on old prisons. So I don't think the way that it worked on old prisons was necessarily the best way to implement it now, because you could literally mine half of a meteor, not even, and you'd be at full momentum. So I think with how powerful momentum feels right now when you're mining, I don't think it would be smart for us to just negate like that power to just, hey, here's a meteor, boom, you mine a little bit of it, boom, you're at max momentum, and now you're good to go. I do believe we're already in the works of something to help make momentum much more easily obtainable, not as rough as it is right now. But I just don't think that the old system of how you got it from meteors is necessarily the right play right now. So, but not saying that no, we won't add it back to meteors. I just don't think that is necessarily the best way to do it, in my opinion. But we'll write it down nonetheless. So,
I mean, right now there is no way of getting momentum before like prestige and stuff. Like either you waste your warp miner and get momentum, or you just mine without momentum at all.
Yep. And again, these conversations are already something that we're having. I know with Rob being super deep into mining right now and playing the game, we've had extensive conversations around momentum and how to make that feel better. So like I said, I mean, we'll write it down, and it'll definitely be something we continue to talk about. But we've already been talking about how do we make momentum easier to obtain from the player side, and that's one of the reasons why we changed the way it works, right? As well, like obviously. It was always a bad feeling if you went to do something different than mining for 15 minutes, like PB, and your momentum was just gone. So we've already made changes to try to help you guys as players maintain that momentum, and now it's just a matter of how do we make it a little bit easier for you to grind it up on your pick as well to get to max momentum. So those conversations are being had.
And what about changing the like how long you can have momentum? I think right now it's 2 hours max. After that, you don't gain any minutes on it anymore. Any chance of increasing that cap, making it at least like 4 hours or something?
I mean, we could write it down. I'm not against it.
And the last thing is search momentum. Can we IP lock it instead of people being able to go on ults and just abuse shit out of that?
Do we want to? I mean, that's how it worked on old prisons. You just mine a pick, you build momentum on it, hand it over to whoever's next, and they keep it. Like you.
Not you misunderstood me. The search momentum command that holds your momentum for half an hour.
Oh, you want it a per IP base, not a per account? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So you can just go on an ult and permanently hold your momentum. I don't feel that should be in the game.
I don't think it's that easy, but I will, again, we can write it down and look into it.
Okay, that's all. Also, I don't think you will want to answer, but I just gonna ask it anyways. Are we gonna see exec before Celestial reset?
I believe it is most likely going to be in the game before Celestial reset, yes. Are you talking about the enchants, right? Because exec's already in the game.
Yeah, exec enchants. No, exec enchants, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. Have a nice day.
You as well, my guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
What's up?
I was wondering if you guys were willing to consider the rule about macroing and potentially allowing automating commands that are non-PvP related. I feel like this is like mostly a quality of life thing. This is like the main quality of life thing that I could think of is like commands like teleporting to your plot or doing /combine or even just /sell, because I really don't think there is an unfair advantage that comes with being able to have sell on a command versus having to up arrow it every time.
I hear what you're saying. I think the problem is once you start allowing certain macros or certain automations, then it just becomes more of a trickier slope, but we can definitely have those conversations. So you're wanting to...
I would much rather not start allowing macros and find gameplay solutions to those problems.
Yeah.
That we can implement directly into the game. Now it sounds like
100%.
Yeah, it sounds like /sell might be a big friction point. I would agree. We can find a solution for that. But yeah, no, I agree with Tater. I don't think just allowing macros in certain sense, because then you get into gray area, and it technically is an unfair advantage because not everyone has the ability to macro stuff without external programs. So let's fix it ourselves within the game.
I would definitely say being able to set a button for those kind of things, like combine, like I don't want to open the plot menu and TP to my plot, or I don't want to type out the full command and TP to my plot. Like I go to my plot 1,000 times a day. Like I want a button that I can press to do that, you know? And I feel like with sell, that'd be the one where you could argue for an unfair advantage, but at the same time, like if you have a good pickaxe, your one proc of shatter or bomber will completely fill your inventory, so you're losing ores either way. Like you need to have a satchel to not lose value either way. So I don't really think it's a unfair advantage, and I feel like if it's limited to non-PvP commands, that would just be a great quality of life improvement for everyone.
We do have an update coming soon, either this week or the next one. I don't remember. That will address some of that. I don't want to talk about it, but it will address the issue of fragmented commands everywhere and having to type things out a bunch and stuff like that. But we can definitely look into reducing the friction points in those commands.
Yeah, and again, I mean, we hear what the complaint is, and we hear what the concern or the problem is, and how we want to potentially fix that. I think the thing is, even though we quote unquote say, hey, this is not PvP related, this is just unrelated to actually like fighting other people or anything like that. The problem is once you start allowing certain macroing commands or certain things, then it can scale out of control, and people start being like, oh well, this was meant for this, but then it got used for it. It's just annoying, really.
It's a gateway drug.
So
yeah.
So
I think it's something that could be probably added to like Landed's mod, for example, though. Like, you can set a button for these X commands, like these certain commands you can set keybinds for, Like, I feel like that's something that could be added more to like a mod versus like actual server side, where if you want to have it, you can.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we could definitely talk about it. The idea or the goal with this is we're gonna write down everything, and we're gonna have a thorough discussion about each and every single one. So,
okay.
we'll notate that down.
I had one other question was, I don't know if this is really quality of life, but I don't know if you guys are working on Clue Scroll loot table at all. I feel like it's been the same.
Tater, are we working on the Clue Scroll loot table?
It's been the same for a really long time, and it kind of makes no sense. Like, the loot tables, like, scaling from simple to godly don't really make any sense, and the jackpot loot doesn't really make any sense. Like, there's better jackpot loot in an ultimate than in a godly. So I don't know if there was any progress being made on that.
Make Clue Scrolls great again.
Yeah. So it to make this short and sweet, yes, a lot of loot tables are going to get more love in the upcoming weeks. I'm planning on hyper-focusing, having conversations with players along with Cosmos in regards to certain loot tables. Clue Scrolls is on that list. However, my quick question to you is, did you play Old Prisons?
Yeah.
Okay,
they were never good.
No.
They're definitely better than they used to be. But
yeah, and that's always been the idea of Clue Scrolls. What's good about doing Clue Scrolls has always been the natural XP that you get from them. The only reason that the loot tables this go round were created the way that they were was because on Old Prisons you had a chance of getting the contra of the level of Clue Scroll that it was. On this, you still have a chance to get a contra, but if you don't get a contra, you at least get something else in its place. That was the idea behind it. It was never supposed to be like an OP loot system or like a substitute for any other grinding like location. But it is something that we will definitely. I know Rob's already mentioned it.
I still like how we do Clue Scrolls on Sky. And we'd made the change a few seasons back where it was there was a bad change to it that was too much dependent on the difficulty of the difficulty of the quest would alter the loot that you'd get. It was so complex. But then we made it. I don't know if who here plays Sky, but the more there's the steps that you get 1 through 4 gives you the same reward, which maybe is that natural XP. At this point, you're giving 50k energy at a godly. It's like, what are we doing? I'm like, I don't want 50k energy.
We've already talked about the energy, Rob. I'm changing it.
Yeah, I know.
I made a post about Clue Scrolls a while ago, like with screenshots that included like the loot I was getting from like opening the same amount of different tiers. So I don't know if you want to look at that, but
it's such a natural XP. That's the thing with Clue Scrolls. But on Sky, the thing that we do that I think is really cool is if it's over 4 levels, there's a very rare chance that you can get a 5th quest and a 6th quest. It's something like that. I think it's actually on 7, but it's different on Sky. And if you get that, the quest is harder, but the reward is actually serious jackpot. Like, you actually can get really good stuff. And Tater, you did the loot tables for that. So I always thought that was really cool. I would rather simplify the rewards for Clue Scrolls. and give that natural XP and then have some sort of actual jackpot system for it. But I like how we do that on Sky. That's all. But I agree.
They will be looked
And-
into, though. Yes.
While you're at it, you should definitely add a clue scroll top.
Clue
And that's all I
scroll
have to say.
top. Interesting. Okay. Sure.
Currently, there's no way to track it, and I don't know. I've probably done thousands of them, so why not?
Cool. I'm not against adding an extra competition in the game.
You have
So-
other stupid slash tops, so I think that's a good idea.
Oh,
That was crazy. Anyways, any other QOL?
No, that's it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No problem. Appreciate the input.
Random
Man,
idea I
that's
just
so
had with
rude.
the when we were talking about the macros and stuff is another game that I played. The way that they did selling was you would just drop the item. So maybe you could have like the satchel in your offhand and just press Q and it would just auto sell whilst you're mining. You got the pickaxe.
Yeah,
Like that's like an idea of like a way of doing it.
until people actually drop their pickaxes, and then it's like, oh, yay.
Well, no, because obviously we would make something so that it wouldn't drop your pickaxe. But yeah,
Slayer's just trying to get everybody to drop
that
their
would be hilarious.
pickaxes.
Yeah.
All right. Pashy.
Good afternoon. Yo, tell me why you're adding the most retarded updates into the game and not things that we actually want.
I know after this
Very
last
simple
week.
question.
I know after this last week you're joking.
Is this guy from Toronto? Is this guy from Toronto? He sounds like a Toronto man's. Holy shit.
You're good, G. So my question is, where is like slash duel? Where's slash duel? Where's enchant procs on the body? Where's the shit that we want, dang? We don't want no fucking slash boss bullshit, dang. Nobody asks for this. It's a waste. It is a waste of your time, which you guys don't have a lot of. You know, you guys are working men,
Quick,
and
quick,
it's a waste
quick
of money
question.
that you're giving to your developers.
quick question. Do you actually play the game?
Are you kidding me?
Well, this last week was literally an update that a ton of people appreciated because it was multiple things that people have been asking for. So
Yeah, we get it, bro. Execs are here.
it's not even execs; it's energy enchants.
Okay. Hold on. I'm not so sure if I wanted energy enchants. Whoever wants energy enchants, they're LARPing. The energy enchants suck. One fucking energy enchant goes for 800 mil energy. They got it. So anyway, when are we adding stuff that we want? Like I really, it's a shame. It is a shame because you know your developers are on a time crunch and they get paid, but it's a waste that they're getting paid to add bullshit. You know, like you know what I'm saying.
So you've mentioned duels, and then that's it, really. Like the other thing that you mentioned
Yeah, we
is
want
a
duels,
mod thing.
We
So
want enchant procs on the body. We want
could be wrong, but I believe that's already in the game. A lot of people already use that.
25-second TP is the most bullshit thing I've ever seen. Why am I spending 25 seconds standing still to TP somewhere?
Okay, that's not like something to add to the game, but okay. Like
It's something to make 10 seconds.
I do second that. That'd be cool. TP times are long as hell.
Get an inmate ration, bro.
I'm good, G. Like,
so just duels. That seems to be the only thing you want to see added. Yeah.
okay, bro. The biggest thing is the proc table on the body. Like, I'm trying to proc weakness and then notice that I've procced weakness and fight.
Yeah. And again, like you're giving me two things. That's it. Like
Okay.
that's it. That's all you want to see, and the game's 100% golden.
Okay, hold on. That's a good point. Let me think about it. What else do I want?
Okay. Well,
Remove
while you think
the
of that,
layers of emerald.
while you think of that, I'm gonna get to the next QOL actual thing, and you let us know. Okay.
All right, peace out, gang.
All right. Fair moves.
What's going on?
What's up, my dude?
Okay, so the first one, I was curious what the thoughts are on bringing /fly back for 103.
Nope. Not a fan.
Okay, and the main thing, the next one is really kind of predominantly for like newer players. I understand the logic behind rotating exec, like the location and everything like that, but I think that I had Fried kind of like go through, and I talked to him about it as well. I just think it's a little bit confusing for newer players, like if you don't have the chords from somebody else, where there's too many dead ends to where you could literally spend 10 minutes going into exec your first time ever, and you have no idea where you're going, and you end up kind of just a little bit lost, especially with the things rotating, with the locations rotating every day.
So let me ask you a question. If we were to say add executive time extenders into the game, do you feel like that would be a QOL that would help in that situation? It would allow people a little bit more time to find what they're looking for and learn the tunnels a little bit better?
I guess it would kind of depend, because it's like, again, like I'm thinking from the perspective of like a newer player. So it kind of obviously depend on like how expensive are those time extenders, like that kind of thing. How accessible are they to like, your average player that is like probably either like Prestige 100, I'm imagining is like the first time really that they're actually pursuing exec. But I think it could be a potential solution, but I think it could be I think there could be a couple of different things. I think just like the amount of dead ends and like time, like areas where they have it to where you would ideally get blocks to build up that then just lead exactly back to where you started. I think there's like a little bit sometimes too many different routes that lead exactly back to the beginning.
So QOL wise, to make that, I guess, better for the average player or the newer player, like,
if like, in my opinion, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you're good.
In my opinion, it would be I think extenders could be the solution, because I've sometimes spent. I remember my first time going exec, I spent 8 minutes trying to find a mine, and I mean, but it's like obviously it's like I didn't have anybody to tell me chords or anything like that, and it's like I was kind of confused. Obviously, my experience being the old prisons where it was kind of just the same.
Yeah.
So having extenders could potentially be a solution. So.
Now, other than extenders, did you have anything else in mind that would maybe assist with that? Like before I mentioned that, or before we talked about that, was there something else you were thinking of that would help with it, or no? It was just you wanted to bring it up because it was just a pain point.
I think it was just a thing that like I kind of experienced, like, and as well as just like talking to like I had Fried go in and then literally try and just like without knowing any of the chords, like go. I believe he went and tried to find a mine and literally spent 10 minutes like basically going in circles because of like how tricky it kind of was.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that was just like why I really brought it up.
No, for sure. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just have potting put down like exec pathing or getting to the mines and exec, something like that, and we'll see if we can ideate anything like outside of extenders that might be useful and might be quality to the players when it comes to that. So
yeah, because like I get the changing mind part of it, but like I understand the rotating aspect of it. I don't know how many different rotations you have of exec mine, like if it's like a consistent thing, if it's just like more of like a random generated thing. Like
I do believe it is randomly generated, but the way that it's set up is there's like 3 different first sections, 3 different second sections, so it randomly generates between those.
And they can be put in any order as well from those lists as well.
So it's like in theory, it's like 27 different, I think, pathways that could technically exist. So. But yeah, like I said, I mean, we'll have discussions around it. We'll see if there's anything we can ideate that maybe helps out with the pathing or finding those, even if it's just in the first section, finding those first few mines so that people have a better way of getting there without having to necessarily use extenders or waste time. So
got it. No, yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
No, thank you, man. All right, next. MGA, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to get to the next person first. Lucky Nate.
Hey, what's up?
Well, it's good.
I want to ask one thing about cell rating. Is the potential of getting that kind of fix without being spammed by cell raids and not being able to do anything in your cell?
We are already in the process of trying to fix that as we speak. So I assume you're referring to just somebody coming up doing /raid, and then now for the next 15 minutes you can't really do anything.
Yeah, basically. Like, is it possible to make it that they have to like get through the first defense, like proper full defense, or like the second one for it to actually then affect people within the cell?
Again, I mean, we're already working on different things. I know Rob Geester specifically has been handling rating stuff over the past like week and a half, and he's continuing to work on things. So this is already something that we're very aware of, and I mean that's an interesting idea as far as getting to a certain point, but we'll definitely see what that looks like. But I know just the way it is right now, like on old prisons, if you got killed, the raid stopped. You didn't have a cooldown or anything like that. And then also, if you stopped the raid, you had to be in the cell for an active raid. You couldn't just slash raid and run away, which is some of the bigger complaints that we're hearing about right now. So these are just kind of easy, quick QOL things we can probably fix. So yeah.
Because, yeah, if you do just do slash raid and run away, you're still raid tagged for the 10-15 minutes
Yep.
that it is active for, which is still annoying.
For sure.
Second thing, with the extracting energy in cells, like, yes, you can use an absorber, but the fact that you can do slash extract, is it possible that you can make it so that the energy stacks on the previous orb that you have already in your inventory? Because at the moment it doesn't.
We'll write that down for sure.
And third thing that I have is slot bot tickets. How come you can get a mystery, like randomization scroll or a mythic randomization scroll for like 15 slot bot credits, but you can get a mega box for 45? Like, what's the scaling on that exactly? Because I think that may or may not be broken.
What is, you think the mystic is too low or the
Too high? Like, why is the, like, how come you can get a mega box for 45 slot bot credits, but you can get a mystical randomization scroll for 15? Like,
it's just numbers, man. It's just if it's too high, it just needs to be changed. That's all. It's just static numbers.
But then again, you can get a CC for 200.
Yep.
I just feel like that may or may not be a bit broken of how it is scaled at the moment.
I mean, we can have those discussions about how you think credit shop prices should be laid out, but that's all manually handled by us as the loot table people. So if you feel like certain things need to be weighted at certain weights or certain prices, feel free to let's have those conversations. But all those things that are in the credit shop, they're manually entered in the way that they are. So, yeah, it's just supposed to be like something that you can easily spend your credits on that potentially you're going to want, because obviously we don't want to break the eco by having a bunch of a really good item at a really low amount. But at the same time, yeah, we can have those discussions though. So
that's all my questions that I've got at the moment. Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. All right, Turtle.
Hello, chat. Hello.
What's good?
All right, I got many questions. I've been making a list because, you know, people have been LARPing hella. All right, first one. Add captures to gen mining to stop my gang AFK mining. I don't like watching them AFK mine. Thank you. Is this good? This one? Like, kind of cool. Anyway. No
AFK
aura? Okay.
mine?
Yeah, like, yo, Zenith plays, they AFK mine. Hello, bro. But, add insta TP to cell warps like VIP so I can raid tag, Nate easier. Is good? No?
Okay.
I've actually got a list. Wait.
Is there any serious QOLs on this list?
No, there is. Do you know the exec mine that guy was complaining about? Just add the thing like Hypixel have, where like you right click it, it shows the nearest mine with particles for like 15 seconds. That'll be pretty good. What was the other one? Oh yeah, wait. Can we add a gym so like people on Cosmic can train their bodies, like because like it's prison.
Back to trolls. Yeah.
No, it's not true. What? That's not true. Hello?
Do you have any serious QOL requests? Daryl?
105 mine.
I like that idea.
A gym?
Yeah, thank you, thank you, Rob. See, it's prison. Why would you not be able to train your body? People say, "Oh, it's prisons." Why? That's not like realistic. I mean, that's pretty realistic for a prison. People who are on the game longer can train their bodies and get strong. Like MCMO. Yeah, exactly, Mango. Now we're thinking. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Great.
What was the other one?
More of an idea, not a quality of life, though, Turtle.
Oh,
You can
I mean,
stay
yeah,
focused.
true. Oh, yeah, true. Sorry. Quality of life. Okay, this one, add/fly. Oh wait, no, that's not quality of life. Sorry, wait. Make mine indoors reset raid timer. If you're mining a door in a raid, it doesn't reset the timer and like low-key resets your progress after like 15 minutes, and it's kind of sad. It's kind of annoying. It's a good quality of life.
Say that again, sorry?
So when you're like raiding a cell, mining a door doesn't reset the raid timer. So like after 15 minutes, doors just reset.
So
if you don't
didn't break
it
the
again.
door within the 15 minutes, you're saying?
I think it's just generally. I don't think. Unless like, I think if you hit the door, it should just reset the timer. Because you're actively raiding.
As in reset it back to...
Like yeah, 15 minutes. Or you can do like 5-minute timer window where it's like, if you don't hit it within 5 minutes, it just stops or it goes back to 5 minutes.
Are you sure it works like that right now?
I was raiding, like I was like breaking doors and then it just randomly reset on me. So I think so. Like 80% sure.
Okay.
What was the other thing? Wait. Exec enchants. People really want them. They said that exec's useless and they want to feel like they actually do something at exec.
Yep.
Apart from mining.
Somebody already asked about that earlier. Told them it
Oh,
was
did they?
literally
I
in the
came
works.
late. /XP extracting exec. Is this like a thing you want or no? Because Dogzoid just spammed me. He's not really intelligent, so like this could be a bad idea. But I'm answering questions for those who are scared to speak. Okay. -1? Alright, yeah, let's keep this. In old ones, it used to work. Yeah, old Dogzoid, it's not old prisons, mate. Stop living in the past.
Alright. I'm gonna give you one more, and then I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, one more. I'm looking for my list. I'm scrolling, because I got Potting Up Needs Fired. This one's not good. Oh, wait. This one's good. Okay, this is a quality of life. Katea, please.
Say that again?
Can water be removed from stronghold or like make it 1 block deep?
Water removed from stronghold or make it 1 block deep.
Why?
Sorry, I got interrupted, mate. My brother came in my room. He said my name.
I mean, there's a lot.
GG dogs. It's because like right now in stronghold, you can just infinitely kite, and it's really annoying.
The swimming,
like,
the swimming animation makes it AIDS. Wouldn't they still be able to technically swim? Well, I guess not.
No, you can't swim in 1 block water.
You still have the same
Like-
size hitbox, though. It's just
No.
It's the animation.
like when you swim, like the animation makes you swim faster, and it also like makes it so it's harder to kill you. It's really annoying. Like if you're in water, you can basically not die with like deppies and stuff. And it's very buggy because you guys disabled swimming.
Seems easy enough. Like we just notated down. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of +1s on that, so that seems like an easy enough thing to do.
Yeah. Why have I been spammed Queen Bee boss? Yeah, kick me out,
Yep,
please.
nope,
Kick me
kicking out.
Yeah, kick me out.
Holy moly. All right, we got 15 minutes left. I'm going to turn the requests off real quick.
The Queen Bee boss?
Don't, we're going to move on. Scoped.
It's the Sky thing.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
What's up,
Sky?
dude? No, just
no,
let it
I
go.
remember
Let it
on
go.
the Sky.
Scoped, what's up?
It's in Terraria. It's in Terraria. All right.
got big.
Are we adding that, bro? Is that what I'm hearing,
No. Scoped is here to ask some QOL questions. Scoped, you go ahead.
Sounds kind of cool.
So I'm just like a little newbie, like Rust player. So I got a question. Why is there like 2 maps splitting the pop instead of just 1 map, like 200 pop?
Well, the 2-map system was created because of when it gets towards the end of the map on one planet, it usually gets... So to give you an example, Celestial right now, with where it's at in the map, if it were just to be a 1-planet system, there would be much less than 140 people, 150 people online. Because when it gets towards the end of a planet cycle, a lot of people are waiting for the reset. So the 2-planet system was created just to mimic kind of how it was on old prisons, where people that enjoy more of the beginning of a map would have somewhere to go, somewhere to play, while the other map is kind of finishing comp, finishing things like that. So this go round, unfortunately, it was not good at all for the server, because we reset Aether way sooner than it was supposed to be reset, where it was still an important time on Celestial. But going forward, we're definitely going to make sure that when resets happen, it's much later in the map, so it feels better for progression. If people want to continue grinding on the other planet, they can. If they want to start fresh on the new planet, they can. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's just because, like, you know, having high pop is like tough and shit.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And again, the goal is never to really split the population. The other thing is we want to try to do. We've kind of tested it a little bit with this Aether reset. Is we do want to try to maybe like have one cool unique thing that's different on each planet. Obviously the gang size thing a lot of people did enjoy, but then they don't enjoy because of, I guess, what other gangs did this map. But there's a couple things that we do want to kind of experiment with, where we can try that on one planet, see how it goes. If it sticks, cool, then that planet will be known to have that kind of cool feature where the other planet has a different cool feature. So it allows us to play a little bit with those kinds of things as well. So.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Water is now 1 block thick on Stronghold, by the way.
Oh, look at that. It's already changed. Make a change log for it.
Yeah, Slayer, that was an easy laundry list for us. Why would you just do that?
I can't wait till whatever Slayer did inevitably crashes the server in 4 hours.
That's crazy.
If it happens now, it's your fault for saying that. I'm just saying.
All right. Travis.
Yo, what is up?
What's good?
So this past weekend I wasn't really on all that much, but from what I was told, like, you were making so many more energy books from pay to winning than actually playing. Like, it should not be like the first week of it coming out, you can just spend 10K and getting thousands of energy books or pages. Like, you have to own to do that stuff normally, rather than just paying to win.
Do not disagree. I'd have to look at the numbers, though. I do believe that pay to win was kind of crazy this week.
Even if it's like they spend like 2K, they should not be getting an energy book or multiple energy books in that much, I don't think. Especially when like that's the newest update. Like, you should actually have to play the game to get the items.
I'll send you the stats data. I was looking at them earlier.
Please.
On that
I mean,
document.
pay to
I
winning
sent
is
you
your
the
choice at
very
the end of
top.
the day. Like, you can do whatever. But like, making it so that week's update comes out in pay to win, and that's an easy way to get it, like an easier way. Because people had an issue with that on Sky. You could just pay to win and get like stacks of Enderman rather than grinding, which would take 8 times longer. Like, there's an issue with that. And then they changed it the next map. So like, if I'm seeing an update that's big, like exec enchants coming out, I don't want to see exec pages or exec books coming in the store, so you can just pay to win and get that. Like, that's not.
Can you, Juicer Q link me that as well?
Yeah, I'll put it in.
Thanks.
Do you have? So I see you have the numbers for the pay to win here. Do you have the numbers for naturally gained as well?
Read this line. I don't know if I missed it or not. It's in Slack crop.
Yeah, that's definitely not the case. I can tell you that 1000%.
Okay.
Another thing while you guys are looking at that, can we make it so like they can spawn more frequently?
Oh.
Like, I get they're supposed to be rare, but like,
I know
if
what
the
that
only
is.
way to get them pay to win, can we make it so like those events could happen a little more frequently?
We've already seen the issues with that, where it's the same weather events like back to back, and some of these like unique ones aren't spawning as much. We can definitely tune it. I think the whole idea with anything that we release, we usually release it kind of slowly, versus it's one of the other reasons why it's not in a ton of loot tables right now either. It's because we're trying to see, okay, how many are being obtained naturally, how many are being obtained from the tables they've been added to, before we start just ramping it up. So that is something that we are already kind of looking at as far as the weather, to make sure that the proper events are spawning in a timely fashion, so that you guys aren't just waiting for them and it's never happening. But yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm looking at the numbers of how much was pulled from pay to win. It was not that much. So I don't know what you think was pulled.
On Aether or on Celestial?
Either.
So I was told there was a lot pulled on Celestial.
What? How many do you
Aether.
think was pulled?
On Aether, I was told there was at least 10 books from like one group. I thought I was told.
You think 10 books is a lot?
No, I'm saying from one group. One group pulling that.
How many do you think was total then? If it was just one group?
Total, if that's one group, I'm saying total. There's probably like 25.
Yep. Nope. Not even close. 11 total on Aether.
That's still just insane that you can pull that first minute of that update coming out. You can pull 10 books.
You'd say it's insane until you see how much was purchased to get it, though.
There shouldn't be a figurative money amount to pull 10 books.
If you make something rare and you make it based on X amount of items being purchased, and that goes above that, and so more of those items get pulled than you expected, that's going to happen. We're not putting these items in here with the intention of, oh, we're gonna see 30 of them get pulled because we're expecting this. No, we rarity the items appropriately. And then if people happen to buy more than is expected, like we can't necessarily control that part of it. I don't disagree with you fully as far as when something first comes out, it being super readily available in pay to win versus in game. That's never the goal. The goal is definitely for it to be somewhat equal. And again, I'm still looking for the numbers on the actual obtained in game amounts, but I do believe it is very comparable. The way you were explaining it at the beginning of the conversation made it seem like it was completely one over the other. Like pay to win was massively out getting books than natural, which looking at the numbers I see,
is true.
It doesn't.
I don't know
look to
how
be
many
that
are
case.
actually pulled, because I don't have the actual numbers like you do, but the majority of them are more common coming from pay to win, is what I'm being told by like multiple different groups. And also, why make it so like if you own Warzone, you still make less than people that consider it spawn and open loot boxes?
It's
like owning Warzone doesn't feel as rewarding as it used to on old prisons.
I hate to say this, but this is the same way it's been on both servers, like old prisons and new prisons. If you massively pay to win, you can always keep up with people who grind it up in game. Pay to win is a catch up. In theory, it's a catch up mechanic. If I don't have the time to spend 4 hours in a day on the game and I want to spend my money instead because for whatever reason, that's a choice that player has. That's always been the case. That's with any game. That's not just with Cosmic. That's with any game. There's tons of games, whether it be mobile games, whether it be other big games
Real
like.
quick for you, just interrupting real quick because I got the numbers.
Yep.
On Aether, as I said, there was 11 that was pulled from pay to win. There was 23 that have been gotten through free to play since.
But that's day one of the, or that's since the update or day one?
That's from now till it's from now since it released.
So
11 through pay to win, 23 have been,
third of them
well,
come
23 have
from
been opened.
that.
is
A third
what
of
I
that
can
comes
see
from
real
pay
quick.
to win, is what you're saying.
So there could be more that are still in the game as well that just haven't been opened. That are still
You're saying
mystery
that
and enchant
pay to
books.
win is for catching up, then why is it coming out the same day as the update if it's a catch up? Like it should be like the week or the week after, rather than that week.
Again, I'm not completely
Catch
disagreeing
up or a
with
skip.
what you're saying.
Catch up or a skip. It's not. Don't get hung up on the words. Also, I do think this is a good convo that could still be had, but this is a quality of life.
Okay, then I'll just move on to the next
specifics. Yeah, like and you know I'll always hear you out, dude, as well.
Yeah.
Like, but I hear you on that, and we'll look in the numbers as well. I think Tater also agrees with what you were saying in terms of when things should be released and how. But it's always going to be in the pay to win. You know that. Come on, it's Cosmic. It's always going to be that way. This is just how things run. And it looks like through a quick audit that the numbers are looking as intended. But we can always adjust. But let's focus on the quality of life for this chat right now.
So, speaking on just like loot tables and stuff, when are we gonna get more like loot tables that are adjusted to this map rather than just Koth that hasn't been touched since release or
We're
merchants?
literally having a conversation this week about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's like a big thing. Because there's no reason to go to Warzone because the loot is just not there anymore.
We're literally having a conversation about it this week.
Okay.
And not
That's
just
it.
a conversation, but changes that'll follow with the conversation as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Too much.
It's a good convo to have. But damn, we gotta get through everyone. Go.
I just want to touch on a few things in the game, like mining and gens and that type of stuff, and like gens and plots. I think that gens shouldn't be giving that many ores, like as they do right now, because right now from gens you can be making like without stronghold, without any outpost, nothing, 2.8 bill an hour, and in the mines like at 104 you make just over like 3.5. But that's with a fully maxed out like setup and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yep. Gen ores, got it.
And also the gang top, like how gang top works, like
Gang top's already being changes. Gang top's already being changed. So if that's your QOL, it's already being
and
looked
also
into.
why is P4 like the P4 like perks worse than someone mining in like as a P3 103 in cells, if you know what I mean? Like the 200%, I think it's, I can't actually see, but the 200% all gain in the mines doesn't actually feel like it's 200%, and like
So you just think it's bugged?
I just don't think like it should be that bad, if you know what I mean. Like 104, like it takes a long time. I watched Quack mine for like hours on end just to get hit 104, and him to say it's not worth the mine in the mine still at 104.
Well, I believe I've already had a conversation with Quacked about it, and I believe that's something that we've already got notated as well, as far as looking into those perks. But yes, 104 is a feat on the server, and we want to make sure that it feels good. So, cool.
And one more thing, what was I about to say? Mets at pitch, I think should be a little bit better than what they are as well. Mets and pit, like no one minds like meteorites after level 100. I don't know if you could check the stats on that, but like I think like Mets need to like be reworked, like made better.
Yep, that sounds like a little trip comment, but yeah, we'll notate it down.
And is there a way for you guys to add / loot in the game, like to see how you can obtain the loot, if you know what I mean?
Already working on that as well.
That will
Alright,
come
perfect.
soon.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, that's all for me.
Cool.
Thank you, champions.
Yep. All right. Oh shoot, I have to actually unmute you.
Here, let me know when I can talk.
You're good.
All right, I want to talk about a lot of things. The first off, I want to talk about the Herald situation. He was talking about pay to win. I can tell you personally that we. No, I had a different take. I just want to talk about it. Like, I don't,
Make it quick.
No, we got to focus on quality of life.
All right, quality of life. Okay, quality of life. Exec mine, I struggle to find it. I'm not saying it's hard. I still have an idea how to find it, but I lose like a third of my time or half my time. What else? Chasing. I have a big problem with this right now. The reason that I consider my gang not the best right now is because for some reason we really can't chase down people and finish kills. When we chase someone down, for example, Emmy, we couldn't. We had 12. I'm not saying it was an absolute massacre, but we had 12 people, and they kited from the bottom of Emmy block all the way to the top. We got 2 kills. We killed Papa Radius, and we killed some other decent guy. But the fact that someone was able to kite from the bottom to the top shows there's a kiting problem. Obviously, we haven't tested when Divine 4, is being used, but I'm saying it's so easy to kite, and with these blinks and like no tick damage, no slowness, none of that, I can't finish kills even at Koth. At Koth, you just run around for millions and millions of years till the point where you run out of energy on your trinkets or you forget to bring your blacksmith. So that's why I'm not even fighting, because I can't finish kills. There's just nothing to help me slow people down. Even poison, like it's just 2 seconds, or trap, it's 1.5 seconds. So that's why I think that it's worthless to just go out and do coughs or Emmy fights. I really do. I've never been the type of person to say, hey, it's worthless to go fight, but it deadass is when the whole world can kite so easily.
Okay, so your QOL is adding new enchants or things that slow people.
I don't know if slowness, like, yeah, I don't know if an enchant to slow someone down is the move. I'm just saying that there's nothing that constantly slows someone down, like, drastically, to the point where I can have them, like, blink and still catch up to them, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. Because one shockwave, one blink, and they have a 10 block gap, and we can never catch up.
All right, noted.
And Tater, the only way to catch to someone is by them going to gold mine and running from diamond to gold mine, or like my bad, from Emmy to diamond, and someone cut off from diamond, and they still get past with one blink, and they still get out. So I just think it's so dumb that it's so easy to kite, and we just can't finish kills.
Again, man, we hear it. We'll notate it down and we'll look and see if there's anything
Also,
necessarily to do with that.
the teaming. I know it's a problem on Aether. Like I'm a victim and a person who's used it to my advantage, but I just think regardless of how if you make 5-man gangs or 8-man gangs, I think people are always gonna team. So I think
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters if we have 30-man gangs, dude. I think people are going to team no matter what. So
I agree.
Here's what I'm going to say about teaming, and I'll say it with everybody that's listening. The only way teaming is ever going to stop on the server is if you as the players stop doing it. That's the only way it's ever going to stop. Because here's the thing. We can put in rules that try to police it. We can do things that try to do it. Sky's tried. And guess what? It didn't work as the way that they wanted to. People got around it because of certain loopholes and certain ways of going about it. And honestly, at the end of the day, for prisons, I don't really want to police it. I don't really want to make rules around it because I think that it's funny when somebody says, hey, I want to pay you guys X amount of cosmic coins to come win Koth for us, or to come help us win Koth. I think that's great. I think capitalism is awesome. I remember when I used to play, paying people off to actually be able to go mine an Emmy without being touched. That's not teaming. That's simply capitalism. That's people taking advantage of capitalism. But at the end of the day, I do hear the complaints. Unfortunately, the only real way to end it is for all the players and the groups to stop doing it. Smaller gangs, sure, that may not be the best solution. It's something that we talked about with different people and we wanted to give it a try. Probably won't be on the next Aether since it seems like a lot of people would prefer 15-man groups. Cool, no problem. We'll try something else. We'll do something else if we need to. But outside of that, I don't think there's really anything else to talk about teaming.
I agree. I wasn't gonna go that route. I was gonna say that maybe you should add, like, if people are always gonna team regardless, so might as well just add one truce, just so, like, you know, the teaming gang theoretically that would be teaming, it's just truce, and then they just fight like the two gangs, you know, two 8-man gangs versus the other two 8-man gangs, and fair enough, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think, because you can't stop it.
Again, we can discuss how gang sizes look on each map before resets. We can discuss how truces look on maps before resets. I don't have an issue with that. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, we could have 60-man gangs and guess what? There's still probably going to be some people teaming. It's just going to happen. So I don't think we need to keep harping on this conversation. So
That's fine. But yeah, my suggestion was just a truce. That's all.
Cool.
All right, that's it.
All right. Have a good one. All right, got a couple more left. Let's try to get through these quick. Black Lotus. I said that wrong. 100%.
Close enough. Doesn't really matter. For rating, is there a way we can add like jet back in? Because I know some of the defenses have some kind of like parkour or like a drop down, and once you're in there, you can't get back out. Or I think the parkour one, maybe you have to like.
Can you not use jet in cells right now?
No, and that's intended, and we honestly want to keep it that way. I'd rather try to do something else rather than jet.
I know that we are in the process of looking at different things to improve rating as a whole. This includes potential enchants, potential special sets, potential just design changes. So there is things that we are looking at kind of including for this part of the game. So yeah.
Okay. And then I know you guys were talking about the loot tables and having that possibly soon.
This week, yeah.
I think it's something against like what old Cosmic did and probably new Cosmic on not showing your percentages, but would that even be a possibility or like an idea of adding so people can see maybe like over this idea or this action on getting some loot?
I'm gonna be
one's better than the
real.
other.
I'm gonna be real. Like I've battled with this many times because personally I don't really have a full issue of showing like certain percentages, but if I'm being completely honest, nobody's going to really like the people that actually care about that aren't going to really care. And the only thing it's going to do, if I'm being completely real, and I can already see it happening, is people are going to go, this is 0.5%. Nope, I've grinded X amount of these, never got one. It's not accurate. This is rigged, blah, blah, blah. It's just going to create more issues, in my opinion, than just leaving it the way it is. I think one of the cool things about Cosmic, and this is my opinion, maybe not everybody has the same thought about it, but I think one of the cool things that's always been about Cosmic is you don't really know what the rates are specifically on things, but you know what is rare and what's not. You know that if you're grinding this loot table and this item is in it, you know whether if it's a rare item or not. You don't need to know the exact weights of it to know that it's a rare item. So I don't think adding percentages to things is necessarily going to sway somebody from doing one thing versus the other personally, but it's something we can write down. We'll talk about it. Go from there.
Okay. Yeah. I think the idea of just the loot tables you guys are already adding is a big step, and that's something I would be glad seeing in the game.
For sure.
Those are my two things. Thank you for your time.
No, appreciate it, man. All right. Couple people left. Soul, you.
I have a quality of life.
Oh, God. Okay. What?
Can I do like slash momentum, but instead for XP boosters? Like, what if I want to pause my XP booster for 30 minutes while I level up a pickaxe or something?
I don't know, Landon.
+1?
What do you think?
+1,
Everyone's
-1.
telling you to DC.
Like, is that a good solution? Really?
That's
DC,
what
I'm
most
leveling up my
people do, yeah.
pickaxe. No, but I'm leveling up my pickaxe.
Sounds like a you problem.
Somebody said ration perk, if anything.
I actually forgot to put my rations on, which is so dumb.
Cheese is your new best friend, whoever said that.
Anyways, all right, never mind, I guess.
All right. Royal, you're up.
Yo, I was wondering if there's any way to buff contrabands in any way or make them like better, because map 1, probably contrabands were pretty good, and then right now, if I go to a meteor, I get contrabands, I just don't even want them.
I mean, I think we can all agree that there's a lot of tables that were out during map 1 that are trash right now. That's kind of one of the reasons why that we're going to be looking into things this week table-wise. Like, one of my main things literally this week is to discuss loot tables, is to go through loot tables, is to make adjustments for things that haven't been touched in a long time. That includes shards, contrabands, clue scrolls even, Koth, a pit, like bandit boxes. Bandit boxes is one Rob even made a specific card on and said, hey, you need to do this. So there's going to be a lot of loot tables that are going to get an adjustment this week. So yes, that is one of them.
And with that, can we have like a shard trade up into contraband? Like if you have like a stack of shards, you can trade it up into like a contraband.
I think what you're thinking, you're thinking of like a shard. What's that shard thing we used to have?
Shard exchange.
Yeah.
Shard exchange. Yeah. And that's potentially a QOL. We'll write it down, but that is not something that we currently have or would do right this moment.
Other than that, the weather, only lightning can give you energy enchants, which is overworld. So, wouldn't it be good to have one for like bandit area if you are someone who do bandits? Because the acid rain doesn't, like, how many people are using acid rain?
I'm going to say I hear what you're saying, but no. I think that the way that energy, like, is there ways that you can obtain energy enchants from PvE? Sure. I don't think that event necessarily is the way to do it, because the reason the event is in the overworld is to make it to where you have to fight for it. If you put it in the bandit world, it's not really a fight. It's just the first to get to it gets to it. So
That makes sense.
the whole idea behind that event is to make it where you have to fight for it, or you have to sneakily find one of those flashpoints without anybody else knowing where you're at. Other than that, I don't think it would be smart to put it in a safe world or a non PvP world.
Yeah. Okay, that's all. I was thinking like I had some others, but everyone had already said it, and I want to rehash that stuff.
Yep. No worries, man.
Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
You as well.
Oh shit, Kumar. What the?
All right. MGA. Let's run through these last three real quick.
Hello. I have a question about Black Scrolls. If we can change them, how they work on pickaxes. I think for gear they're perfect because of the you don't need energy to apply books. But I feel like Black Scroll pickaxe gives you 1% orb. I think that should be changed.
Why?
Well, if you let's say let's say P5 pickaxe at 90 cap, you can prestige to let's say P10 because of hemi blocks. Let's say you want to apply Warp Miner 1 or Energy Collector 1, and you want those back later. If you Black Scroll with 1%, you will just get 1% book. Orb. I think those should be changed for pickaxes. I think they should work same way as they work on. Like for books, I think they should work the same, but I think they should get secondary percentage for pickaxes.
Is there not enough dust for those?
You can't dust the Warp Miner or
right.
Energy Collector.
You're right. I forgot.
Or maybe.
Maybe
change mythic heroes and make them hard to obtain.
We'll see.
For orbs.
I think there's a better solution than changing.
With the mischievous.
Listen, my mind is all over the place, guys. I apologize. I slip up. It happens. Anyways, I don't think we need to necessarily change the functionality of the Black Scrolls. I like the way that they are. I know some people don't. I think there is potentially a different solution for it. I don't disagree with that. I think, honestly, the thing we were talking about today, Rob, might apply to this.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. Shut the hell up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Moving on.
No. You're good. So, Powerball cooldown to action bar. Can we
get it, Rob? We get it, Rob.
You did it? Wait, what?
No, he said we get it.
We get it.
Oh, I thought you did it already. I just want to check.
No, patience.
All right. Anything else, MGA?
Also, what Ursi said before about bandit boxes. I think loot in them should buff, but the drop rates of them should get nerfed a lot. I don't think there should be you get full inventory of boxes in 15 minutes. I think you should get maybe 5 per hour, but actually would be good or something.
I mean,
opening millions of them and get nothing. I think just is not fun. I think actually when you get a box, it's actually something you want to get from it and actually worth opening instead of just dropping at squad because you get nothing out of them.
I think that's the idea behind the changes that we're going to do this week, is to make it to where it is going to obtain items that are valuable to the player grinding, or even if it's not valuable to them directly, it's valuable for them to sell and gain something out of it. Obviously, again, bandit boxes is probably a good example of a system, a loot system that hasn't been touched in a long time. So I'm pretty sure the last time it was touched was literally when moons were added, which was a while ago. So.
Also, the last question for Rob, the most important one. When is Cosmic VP coming back?
Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Thanks, MGA.
I had to. Just wish for it every night before you go to bed. It might be granted one day.
All right. Have a good
Funny
one.
thing is, I'm not even Cosmic VP player. I never played it.
This guy. All right. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next? 2 more people. Fruit. Make it quick.
Yo, I had a few more questions. Cells.
Try to keep them quick if
Currently,
there's a couple of them.
Currently, to TP into cells, you have to go all the way out and through all the cell defense to get inside. Can we make it that when the cells are not being raided, you can actually TP inside it? Because it takes 5 minutes to get in.
Not the biggest fan of that, but we can talk about it.
Okay.
Actually, we may already be looking at something with the changes to plots and cells anyways, but I would need to check. Okay, next thing.
When using PV and only /PV, when you go inside one of the PVs, it allows to go back to the main menu, so we can switch between different vaults.
Okay. You got that one, Pod.
Add player count to PB, so you can see what place you are, but you don't know what place you are compared to other players in the PB. So you could be 37th, but there could only be 37 players. You don't know that.
Okay.
Can we make breaking gens be less painful? Because they're really bad.
Huh? Isn't it super quick? I'm confused. It's way better than it was in the old days.
It's still laggy.
Oh.
It's like you break it, it's like takes a second and it breaks. And there's no like animation of it actually breaking.
We'll write it down and look into it, but I'm not aware of that being an issue.
Thank you. Currently in plots, gens do not need to be AFK'd because plots are force loaded. Can we have the same thing for cells, so you don't need someone to AFK?
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Can we remove the go to Koth clue scrolls and the trade 5 items? The go to Koth clue scroll is time based and it's really, really annoying. And then the trade items is just pain because you have to keep going to spawn and being like, hey, someone trade me 5 items.
Yeah, it makes you have to be social. I like that one. You have to actually talk to people.
Yeah, we don't like being social.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's
LSU.
These are less QoL, but also QoL satchel enchants.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one more.
Mystery Man.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
See ya. All right, last person, the one and only.
Yo. Okay.
What about the other guy that was like all aggro and shit? You said you'd come back.
I don't know where he's at.
Okay.
First, as
why is everyone spamming -1?
It's because RTC's talking.
Bro, it's because it's me, bro. I don't know. These guys are weirdos.
Nah, dude, that's so crazy.
Anyways, because
you just sound it out.
As a staff, I get asked this a billion times. Can we add the cells and cell info of how they work, how defenses work, all that to tutorial? I get asked literally every day, probably 10 times, how cells work, how they add doors, how they do defenses, all that stuff. They just don't understand how it works.
Why don't you make a video and then you can just give them the link?
Okay, bro.
I do believe that is why we have staff members, not Ritzy.
Oh.
Okay, bro. All right. Okay, well, if you want to do that, Landon, next QoL, can the player base actually get transparency on why there's a bug that's happened for the last 6 days that you had a changelog saying you fixed, and it has still happened every single night, and it doesn't get fixed for 30 minutes to an hour because admins are asleep with the entire loot table being broken? It's happened 7 times.
Dang.
You want to call me out, Landon? We can play that game.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, this is not the place nor the time. That was bad.
Ouch.
Bad move, buddy.
It'll be fixed when I fix it.
Okay, and then my last QoL is change the sword and pickaxe custom set stuff to be a catalyst. On Aether, I'm 99% sure there's only 1 diamond pickaxe, and we're almost a month in. So like it's kind of like if you put divine, you put godly stuff in your sword, and then you get a new sword, you're just kind of fucked because black scrolls can't. Like it's a 1% divine if you pull it off, right? Same with pickaxes. You make your ascended picks, you can't actually utilize it. So being able to have a catalyst means that people can keep building on their pickaxe, on their sword, rather than having to start new.
Yeah, I think we've already talked about that. So
cool. That's all.
Okay, dokie. All right, cool. Well, that is it. Normally, I would open it up for you guys to ask some more questions or provide some more QOL, but we're already 20 minutes over. So what I'm going to ask of you guys in this situation, if you do think of any other QOL type things that you would like to see that has not already been mentioned in this Q&A, please do not hesitate to make a suggestion about it. Feel free to have a convo about it. Feel free to tag me in it, and we'll make sure that we kind of get an eye on it and see what else is being done. But we are planning on doing a massive QOL to try to get some things just better quality of life for you guys in game, as well as while we still continue to work on new features / old features coming back and things that you guys want to see. So with that being said, anybody else up here have anything they want to say?
I have some absorbers, place. I forgot.
Oh my god.
That...
All right, cool. Well, seems like everybody's good. So appreciate you guys coming in. We'll see you in the next one.